Hello, I'm here to show you how to set up waypoints, custom waypoints in the Heatblur F-14 Tomcat. Yeah. First of all, you want everything up and running, and then move the camera selection to the Rio seat, and then move down to this panel over here. You want to it's holding a camera and using a mouse at the same time. You want to take this knob and select it to TAC data. And then here you can see you have waypoints that you can select. You press the button next to them and hook them, and then you'll be using the keypad here to type in the waypoints, and you'll see the waypoints lat long up here. Now to pick out a destination, you want to open the map, and just any destination. Right now I'm at Key West. Let's go to Miami. Let's see. Miami International. There we go. Click on it. Miami International, Florida. And right below that, you can see the lat and long. And you take those numbers and you zoom into this key panel. And the first thing you want to do is press the clear button, then lat, then usually you have to click it to make it north, 2, 5, let's see, 4, 7, 7. Now the last 2, it won't let you enter that in. It's only the first 5 numbers. So it'll be, so the 0.7, you'll leave off the 2. Over here it's the same for west. It'll be 0.4, you leave off the 1. And after you type that in, you come up to your, make sure it's typed in correctly. Lat, north, 25, 47.7. Come down here again, hit enter to confirm that one. Right after that, hit clear, and then hit long this time for longitude. Hit the southwest button, so you want to click, usually have to click it once to make it west, then 0, 8, 0, 1, 7, 4. And just hold off on entering it in. Just make sure it's correct. Longitude, west, 08017.4. And like I said, you leave off the 1. It's just 0.4. It'll be that way with every, it's just the first digit after the point, after the decimal. That's correct. And you hit enter. And you come up here, select your range to the farthest point, and as you can see, waypoint 1, Miami International. This is how you can create custom waypoints in the jet itself. without having to use the world map. And then you come over here. This is your destination. You can see it says 0. Right now it's selected to home base. You take this knob and select destination waypoint 1, and now it shows us our heading that we need to fly. It looks like it's 0, it's hard to see, 045, and the range, the distance to go is 106 nautical miles. And of course you have this display up in the front. And then if you want to this button or switch, click it till you can see that little radar looking thing. Shows the waypoint there, home base here where we're at. And at this point you can just use the gesture menu and have him do whatever else you need to. Come over to navigation, and you can set waypoint 1. You can enter in up to 4, I believe, 4 waypoints, 3 for sure. You can tell them we need to go to waypoint 1, we need to go to home base. So click that, navigation, waypoint 1, he'll say Roger. Then you come down to the TID. You can increase your range, lower the range. That's for this screen right here. And it's the same screen the gesture's looking at back here. And that screen you can cycle up front between this screen and the destination screen, showing you a heading to fly and the range to go to get there. Now on autopilot, it won't nav. You'll have to hit the heading and just use the heading bug to steer the aircraft on autopilot. But once you get it lined up, you can fly it on autopilot there if you wanted to do that, or you can manually fly it there. But that's how you enter in custom waypoints inside the jet without having to exit and go to main menu and go to the world map to load up custom waypoints, which you can do that as well. But if you're just wanting to stay in the jet and load up custom waypoints, you'll have to use your VFR map and click on airports or VOR stations. And now it doesn't work for just random spots on the map. You can't just click and have it bring up your lat long. But for going to airports or VORs or even the carriers, let's see, where's the carrier at? Yeah, even the add-on carriers, they got lat longs too. You can click on those and fly to those, entering a custom waypoint from the Rio seat. You have to do it in the Rio seat. You have to use this panel over here. Again, you take this knob, switch it to TAC data, It'll show waypoint 1, 2, 3, fixed point, and initial point IP. And these knobs, these buttons, you click on one, you got to make sure you click on it, and then enter in your lat long here, and press clear before each enter. So clear, lat, enter it in, make sure it's north or east if you're on the other side of the world. Make sure what you've entered is correct up in this little scratch pad up in the very top of the center of the little radar screen there. And then click enter, and then clear, and then long, and then south or west, depending on where you're at in the world, and then the coordinates for that. Make sure it's correct, click enter, and it'll pop up a waypoint, and you can adjust the range of this little radar screen from the front seat using the gesture menu, or you can do it manually back here as the Rio with this knob here. And make sure that this knob is set to aircraft stab. Make sure this is important too. I almost forgot about this. Set the nav mode. If everything's already up and running, this should already be good to go. But if it's in any other position, like off or align or whatever, you want to switch it to INS. And then over here, you can individually select which waypoint to navigate to manually. You can also do this part from the front seat using the gesture menu. And also, if you wanted to manually enter in your transponder code, you would do that on the right panel right here. It's got these little knobs. Right here I have VFR, squawking, 1200, but you could enter in custom ones. You can also do that from the front seat, using the gesture menu. Click on that, go over here to the little headphones, go over here to IFF, click on it, it'll say IFF mode 3, current code 1200, 1200. And you can enter custom or manually, I guess, using these buttons here from the front seat to select your squawk code. And the last tidbit that I found out is this little, you got to move the mouse right here, and it gets rid of this camera. Now in real life you can't get rid of it, but in the simulator you can. Go over here, use the mouse, that blue part will light up. It'll light up blue, you click on it, and it gets rid of that. And this makes it so much easier to do carrier landings. You can see the carrier a lot better. So I leave that off when I fly, but of course in real life it stays there. And that's how you enter in custom waypoints from the jet without leaving to go to the world map. Thank you. Goodbye.